I would just say real estate's still a great career. And if you get into it and you work really hard and you do your best and put other people first, you're going to be a success.
Welcome back to Unstoppable Agents. This is the show that real estate agents come to build their business, build their wealth, and build a life of impact and significance. I am your host, Brian White. I'm an agent, an associate broker, and team leader with eXp Realty in the Dallas, Texas market. And I'm blessed each and every week because I get to interview some of the most amazing agents across the country. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification button, because after you watch this, you're going to wish you did. You're going to want to hear more and more from these amazing agents. I'm actually super excited because today is something special. I get to spend some time with Rebecca Carter from Knoxville, Tennessee. Rebecca, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
This is going to be fun. It's just a pleasure to chat with you and get to know you a little bit. I'd love to. Let me start just by telling you congratulations. You mentioned you've been with eXp for 3 years and won the Icon Award, which is like the highest award we can give you for 3 years in a row. So congratulations on running a great business.
Yes, thank you. And we would have been icons longer than that if we had switched to eXp sooner.
And if you're watching this, it's not too late. There's still plenty of runway ahead of us. Rebecca and I were chatting ahead of time that we're looking forward to many more icons and a lot more growth. I'd love to hear your story, Rebecca. Tell us about your real estate career and how you got here.
In 2009, I was a stay-at-home mom. My husband sold hospital software, and he wanted to get into real estate, so he drugged me to a class on flipping houses that I did not want to go to. And so we bought a house, we flipped that. Then he wanted to do rental properties, so we got a couple of rental properties, but then I was the one managing them. So then my daughter went away to college, and I thought, I'm going to flip a house myself. So I did, and I loved it, but I thought, why am I giving my commission away? So I got my license just to sell our flips. And then family members, friends started asking me to help them buy, help them sell, and I was just launched into being a realtor. And so then that grew until I was full-time and then really needed help. So my husband was tired of flying all over the United States, and I said, hey, why don't you quit your job and come in with me? So he did. And so then, anyway, fast forward to today, we are both full-time. He became a broker, which once we switched to eXp, that enabled us to have a branch office of eXp, and he's the broker. So we're able to brand ourselves. It's been great.
That really is awesome. I love, there were several things that I love. First, I think it's hilarious that he recruited you to the business while doing his own thing. So we also are a husband and wife team, and I was in a corporate career. She got started a little bit ahead of me and then recruited me out of the great job with benefits and all of that too. Over here where there's no salary, no benefits, no healthcare, at least previously, now we have a lot of those things through eXp. We've got healthcare and many other benefits. So I think that's terrific. The second thing that's really brilliant is you've built this team, you've built your business over time being pulled into it versus trying to invest ahead. So there's this idea of lead with revenue and hey, the opportunity is already there and we're going to grow into it versus we're going to try to go and force something. It sounds like there's been some really healthy growth and obviously you've got tremendous success.
Yes, and really to be honest, the way it all started was from Sphere, from friends, family, people at our church, people that I had worked with prior, and they knew that I had experience in flipping and the rentals, so they trusted me, and really I just took off. And then when I first started as an agent, I did all kinds of things because of the flipping experience. Like my very first listing, I painted all their bathroom cabinets, put new hardware on them. I reupholstered a bench, and I used to do that a lot in the beginning, which they would always say, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you're doing all this. Our last agent did none of this, and I like doing it. Now, I don't do those things most of the time now, but that helped me get in and get more business.
So when you say full service, I mean, you really mean full service. That's awesome. I love that. And certainly your clients saw the results from it, right? They got a higher price, they got a faster sale, they got a better experience. And the beauty of that, so I'm don't know if you've heard of the book. I'm reading a book now called Unreasonable Hospitality.
Okay, I have not.
And so it's about the hospitality industry. So it's about restaurants, it's about fine dining, but really what it talks about is doing the unexpected, doing the weird, going way over the top. And when you do that, you get raving fans. You get people that just have to refer you. They have to bring others. They have to talk about you. And the kind of service that you're talking about those are the kinds of things you get, the kind of reputation that people are like, man, I got to call her. You don't know. You have to call Rebecca when you sell your house because she's going to take amazing care of you. So if you know anybody buying or selling a home in Knoxville, they need to call Rebecca. She and her team will obviously take great care of you. So great job.
Yeah.
It's pretty, congratulations. The market has been shifting over this last year. It's full on shifted, like it's way past shift, but it has been changing over the last year. Some people are struggling, certainly some agents out there, and some are getting out of the business. I'd love to get 3 actionable tips from you just in terms of what are you telling agents right now? What should agents be doing right now?
Number one, and this is where we lean very heavily, is past clients. We do very little advertising. We really focus on past clients and referrals. And so we treat our clients very well. We really care about them. Every time I take a listing, I want it to be a 10, whatever that takes. When I do listings, Terry does buyers. Then we have an office manager who's also a realtor. We have a transaction coordinator. But so when Terry does a buyer, if it takes him showing them 80-something houses, he's going to do it. We always want to get a 5-star review. So I would make sure, and a lot of agents don't maintain relationships with their past clients. And if you don't, they're going to forget about you and go somewhere else. So we have all this set up in KB Core, which is available through eXp. And we have the birthday emails. We send birthday cards. We also have the text set up through KB Core when a buyer has an anniversary of their closing. We also do things for holidays. We send anybody that refers us business, we send a gift every quarter. So the bulk of our business is through that. Now we've done other things. We do social media. We make sure we do posts. We also have something that we're doing here. I would tell people to get involved with things in their community so that people know you're an agent, and you can lots of people, once they know you're an agent, then they will always say, hey, what's the market? What's going on right now? Is it hard to sell? How's it going? And so that opens up conversation. And all you have to do is start in that. And then without even being pushy, you can say, hey, do you know anybody? You know anybody that's struggling to buy? However you can work yourself into that conversation, that's going to help you. So we volunteer at the fish pantry. We regularly post about that. We've done a video with a video company about that. So anyway, there's several other ways besides just the buying through Zillow or buying leads and that kind of stuff.
So you talk about giving gift quarterly to past clients. Tell me, give me some examples. What are the kinds of gifts you give? There are services that do that? Do you do it personally and bespoke, or do you use a service? How does that work?
We use Client Giant.
Okay, yeah.
And we do the people that have referred us to someone else, or somebody that is maybe a new client, somebody that has just moved here. So anyway, yeah, to a certain number of clients, yes, we do the gifts once a quarter.
I love it. So how long do you continue giving gifts to a referral? So somebody refers you someone this quarter. Do you do that for a year? Do you do that? I think that's a great practice, and it's one that once you've set it up, it's set it and forget it. Somebody else does that for you. They still feel valued. They don't know that it was automated. Just know that you thought of them, and somebody who's likely to refer you once is likely to do that over and over again if you just stay in front of them and remind them.
And there's also, before we started using Client Giant, there's a place you can do a postcard and put in. We would do a $5 ice cream gift card to send out to people. Or another thing too is anytime somebody refers someone to us, immediately I do a thank you note and a $10 Amazon gift card. Now, we want everybody to feel very appreciated.
That's good. We do something similar. So we send a thank you note with a little $5 or $10 in it. And then if we actually get a meeting with the people, we send Tiff's treats to their house because everybody loves warm chocolate cookies. So same sort of thing. We don't necessarily reward them whether they do business or not. It's our job to close them. If we didn't get it, then shame on us. They were a referral and we didn't land it. But so we reward the activity. It's I think that's terrific. So the second thing you said, and this is one that's near and dear to our heart, and that's serve, get involved in the community. And we've been meditating on this. I know you'll appreciate that. There's a proverb that says, whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. It talks about generous people. So it's very much true in business. So if you give your time, talent, and treasure to others, you go and serve at church, serve at the Rotary, serve at soup kitchen, serve at Boys and Girls Clubs, Scouts. Just go serve somewhere that's not focused on you, but it's focused on you helping others be successful and joyful, or just surviving. The many places we've served, we've ended up getting business out of every single one of them. Not because we spent a lot of time waving our flag saying, hey, look at us, we're realtors, but just because if you come alongside people and they get to know your heart, and they will come and trust the people who have similar hearts that they know are giving back. And it's a great, rewarding way to get business. That's a great team.
Now, before, when I was still a stay-at-home mom and we were doing the flipping and stuff, that I wanted to be able to do something as a career that served other people. So when we got into this, Terry and I know it has to be about the money because of you have to pay your bills, but it is more about serving people. And if you actually put your clients first, then the money will come. And we have goals, but everything is about how can I serve this client the best that I can. And every person that calls me to list or calls us to help them buy, wow, what a blessing.
So it really is. There's a meme I saw the other week that was talking about it was a plumber post, and the plumber it was one of these humble bragging posts, basically making fun of realtors because we talk about how blessed we are to get to drive our Lamborghini to our amazing vacation. So thankful for our client. And look, there's nothing wrong with people having success. There's not even anything wrong with those necessarily. If you're going to be in business, go be successful. If you can truly make it about serving the people on the other side, helping them with the biggest purchase of their life, biggest investments that they're ever going to make, then the success will follow. So true.
Yeah, and how fulfilling.
Yeah.
And it's what motivates us and gets us out of the bed every day, is that, wow, we can go and help these people. And it's such a challenge. And that's really what motivates us.
So good. We talked a little bit earlier. You guys have been at eXp for 3 years, and it sounds like it's been a wonderful experience for you so far. I'd love to. What are your 3 favorite things about eXp?
Well, there's several. But one thing that helped us see that we needed to make a change was the stock, because we were doing the same production at the other brokerage and getting nothing but transactional income when we bought or sold. So we can do the same production at eXp and be rewarded with stock. That's a retirement.
Sure.
That don't get anywhere else. So that is originally why we changed. We also love it because it gives us the ability. We want to have a branch office. We want to do that. And so that gave us the ability to do that. We didn't have to ask some brokerage, hey, or like with Keller Williams, we pay for a franchise. We didn't have to do that. So we really like that. We also like all the technology that eXp offers and all the classes. You can learn from top agents all across the United States, whereas at a lot of the local brokerages, they may just have somebody that teaches classes, but they may not be a high-producing agent. And I want to learn from somebody that's better than me. I have something to aspire to.
It's so good. When we started at another brokerage, national brokerage, big name. And within a year, this office had 450 people. Within a year, I was teaching classes. And I'm pretty cool, I guess. So I think about that relative to eXp. And we got the top 1% to 2% of agents nationally teaching our classes. I'm a schlup that had some early success being asked to teach classes at local markets. And you don't even have to get dressed to go hear the amazing person from Portland, Oregon, or New York, or Knoxville to hear these amazing people. You can do it in your jammies and get some of the best stuff that, best people in the country here. So it really is, that really is a special. So I love your first one. That's honestly the reason that I joined as well. And that was stock, because look, we've already said that we do this for an income. Yes, we love serving, but ultimately we got to pay the bills. So why not earn as much as you can? If you can earn money 2, 3, 5 different ways for doing exactly the same work, why not? So as it relates to stock, have you changed the way you do business in any way?
No.
You're still still selling real estate, and now you just get stock for doing the same work.
For doing the exact same thing, then I'm getting stock for production, becoming an icon. Yeah.
So I love that. And there are people that will say, there are people watching, and if you're watching, this is important, that come from per fee brokerages, and they'll say, oh, I only pay a transaction fee. If you sell a certain amount, we've got the same deal. Hit the threshold, and it's a transactional brokerage as well, because we've given you your cap back, and you earn a ton more for doing exactly the same amount of work.
Right. Yeah. Because once you hit the number of transactions, then you get your cap back in stock.
It's game changing. So we've been there 5 years, and we just used the stock that we were given to start another business. Literally use that as seed to expand our business. So now the gifts that eXp has given us has allowed us to launch additional businesses. Same work, still selling real estate, still doing job one, but now we not only have multiple income streams within the business, we have entirely separate businesses to run because of it. So it's cool. It's kind of cool.
Great. That's a good idea.
You talked about opening up a branch office. So tell me, so what does that do for you? Why was that important to you?
We wanted a space. We wanted offices. I'm just more productive that way. And then we also get a local address. We have a Google business page, which we have all 5-star reviews, which helps us immensely in being found on Google by buyers, sellers, other agents. We love that. eXp also gives you the ability of branding yourself. You have to use the logo. You can pick other colors. You can design your signs. All of that, as long as it goes with the state law and their regulations. But all you have to do is submit that stuff to the marketing center, so your sign doesn't have to look like everybody else. And we like that. Yeah. And another thing too is we wanted a place where we could have our clients come in and a conference room and all that, but everybody doesn't need that. eXp is good for people that don't need that and can just stay at home.
Yeah, so it really is the best of all worlds. So if you like an office, great, you can certainly do that. And if you don't, which many people don't, then that's great too.
But here's the difference too with eXp is we did not have to pay. We're in Tennessee. We did not have to pay a franchise. Nothing. We just had to get a license from the state and find an office space.
Well, it helps you build your business in a lot of ways.
Yes.
So it can help you with team building, it can help you with lead generation, it helps you found, and it helps you be a more established business in the local community.
Right.
It elevates your visibility. Rebecca, you've been awesome. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. If you're watching this and you're thinking about making a move to Knoxville, then I know Rebecca and her team would love to serve you, would love to show you around. We'll include links to them so you can track them down and work with them in the move. And I know it's true too, if you happen to be in Knoxville and want to talk to somebody local about eXp, then I know they'd love to have that conversation with you as well. Rebecca, thank you. Any parting thoughts?
No, I would just say real estate's still a great career. And if you get into it and you work really hard and you do your best and put other people first, you're going to be a success.
That's good. Great wisdom. Yeah, if you put other people first, then the old Zig Ziglar quote, you can have anything you want in life as long as you help enough other people get what they want. That was close enough to whatever the quote is. Totally true. So thank you for wrapping with that. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me.
Thank you.